The other day I was walking in the town and there is this young man who came towards me and asked me, "Excuse me, madam, do you know the city well?" And I was like, "Yes." And at that moment, my brain started racing, capturing all the places where I know and wondering if I'm going to really give him the best answer for what he's looking for. He then introduced himself and then asked me, "What advice would you give to someone to bring God more into their lives in 2026? And I was like, "What do you mean by that?" He's like, "Yeah, what can you tell someone to do to bring God more into their lives?" And I looked at him and was like, "But you don't have to look for God. God is within you." And so I extended my hand and shook him and I told him, "Do you know what I do every day? Wherever I'm walking outside, I am meeting God in many different versions. And so today I am happy to meet God in your version." And this reminded me of how we treat illness. Most people think that healing comes from outside. So you go to the doctor, you go to the pharmacy, you take drugs. You're looking for solution from outside. But healing doesn't come from outside, it comes from inside, it comes from within. It is when you come back to yourself, how are you feeding yourself? What are you doing with your life? What kind of thoughts are you feeding your brain? What kind of things are you watching when you're scrolling every other minute on your phone? It's what you're feeding yourself that is going to affect how you're healing. If you believe that your disease is not going to be healed and you join a group or a club where everyone is saying it's hard, it's incurable, that is a limiting belief, and it's a belief that you have, and it is going to be that way. It's not possible to heal because you believe it. So when they told me that I have rheumatoid arthritis, I was 32 years old, and they told me, "You're a young patient. It's very young. It's very rare to see people at your age with rheumatoid arthritis." Only to find out that they are juvenile arthritis, kids who are having arthritis at a very young age. And from that moment, when they told me that this disease is going to be the life that you're going to live for the rest of your life, and the only thing that can help you is taking medication. And medication, it's not there to stop stop the disease. It is there just to slow it. So you have to take a medication right away. And from that moment, I believed it. And by then, the internet wasn't the way it is today. And so when I went back home and checked from Google, rheumatoid arthritis, the photos that I saw were horrifying. Disabled fingers, disabled hands. And I was like, this is my future. I don't know how you can imagine your life being just worsening. And so I am moving toward a life that I'm going to be disabled. And it's when I had the paradigm shift, when I believed that healing is possible, when I changed that thought that, yes, it is incurable, but doesn't mean that there is nothing I can do about it. And I started working within, understanding my problems, understanding what has made me be here, like what was nourishing my disease and what caused it in the first place. And nothing caused my disease that is out there. It's all in with me. It's within me. And so I was nourishing my disease with my thoughts, with the way I was living my life. And I started working with my mental, and I had to work with my trauma. My trauma was taking a big part of my life, and so I was struggling with that part of life. I had to look inside and start peeling out things that I didn't need, things that were aggravating my situation, my disease. So the message here for you today is look within you. Yes, the doctors are going to help you to numb the pain. Yes, There are things that can be helped. You can have checkups, you can have blood tests, you can have things that are going to support what you're really doing within yourself. This is when you can work with someone like a coach or a doctor who can help you to understand things better, or someone who is there you can call when you have questions, when you have doubts. But remember, healing is coming from within. You are the one who has the power to heal yourself.